Hey, what's going, y'all? It is yours truly once again, Rayism, up in the building. Why no woman dies alone? Well, generally speaking, you gotta deal with that cliche of misery loves company. But for those who know by now that I do the female woman logic at my channel, well, it really goes like this. This is a two-part type of a statement. Well, it's one thing to know that no woman dies alone, because a real woman actually is surrounded by family, or she has the man in her life. She has the man in her life by her side. So that's why a real woman does not die alone. However, these typical females, they don't really die alone either. Now, of course, I know that you may have some out there that they'll say a lot of them are going to get a dog and die alone. And you know, I guess her having a dog, she ain't entirely alone. The dog or the cat. But yeah, for the typical female versus the real woman, she won't die alone because she'll be around miserable company. She'll just feel very lonely. That's what will happen. She won't die alone, but she'll die lonely. She'll realize, given the notion of misery loves company, she's around miserable company. She'll just basically think in regards to, well, I'm not living out my days with someone more mesmerizing. I'm just dealing with misery instead of being mesmerized. And that's because she hasn't wanted things that are truly mesmerizing. For at first she thought it was very manipulative, you know, in regards to a certain man that she might know. But I do understand the general opinion that has been pretty much spoken out here quite a bit about how she will die alone. Yeah, to a certain extent that is true, but the other thing, just keep in mind that if she doesn't die alone, that's just because she's around miserable company. Misery loves company. She'll basically live out her latter days around miserable people, becoming bitter just like them, or just being upset that those people have made her more bitter. But it might be too late for her to even know what to do about it, or even want to do anything about it. She'll go about her days, unfortunately, wandering spirit, similar to the witch on the broomstick, constantly wandering around. And this is unfortunate. She'll just keep traveling out yonder, running into people that normally she would never run into. But that's only because she hasn't made it to where she no longer is lonely. She's just amongst different company that she normally would not have accompanied. Miserable company at best. So I guess, yes, with that said, you'll see a lot of these typical females end up living out their latter days this way, whereas a real woman is more or less truly living amongst people who mesmerize her, for she has taken heed to the right way to live. And also, from what I like to usually say, she's kept herself up to speed. She's made sure that she's always caught up with the right people in her life versus being caught up because of the wrong people in her life. Thanks a million.